What's up, fam? Thanks for tuning in once again, or for the very first time. I'm JasperTheFilmie. I'm going to talk about Virgin Voyages' recent ship launch reveal, whatever you want to call it, the Brilliant Lady. It's a brand new ship that's going to go through the Panama Canal, and also there's some new benefits that Virgin Voyages also released that I'm going to give my reaction to as well. Before you book, you definitely want to watch this video. Okay, so there's quite a few unique things that comes with the Brilliant Lady, as frequent Virgin Voyage cruisers and Virgin Voyage fans have already realized by now. But to summarize what these cruises are going to be, they are going to be big parties because this is a brand new ship. The first, like I mentioned earlier, of its kind going through the Panama Canal for the Virgin Voyage fleet. So with that, the first launches are going to be a big party. There's going to be a Mermaid Voyage in New York, which I will be at, by the way, and I'll be sure to make content about that. That's going to be a big party. Obviously, when they go through the Panama Canal in 2026, there's going to be a big party. So if you're looking at, going, to different destinations, the first time on the Virgin Voyage cruise is going to be, launch parties, and there's going to be a pretty big crowd, I'm pretty certain of, because there's going to be the frequent Virgin Voyage cruisers that has, sailed on the other ships, the Scarlet Lady, the Resilient Lady, the Valiant Lady, and all the other ladies of the fleet, mixed with the newcomers that are watching this video possibly. So old cruisers, be ready for there to be some differences, and kind of have an open mind, because these newcomers that are watching this video are going to kind of bring in a new piece to the experience that you probably have already loved. And for you newcomers, just know that there are some frequent Virgin cruisers that are really friends and family, and that's something that does kind of separate Virgin from a lot of the other cruise lines that I've cruised on, and that I've noticed they mentioned it in their video that they have a very high, if not the best, rebooking rate compared to other cruises at similar size and similar destinations. And that rebooking rate is proof that a lot of the people that have done one cruise has done another and another and another. My wife is a prime example of that. She's done over 20 cruises. I've only done 2, but I must admit there's people now that I've seen in my 2 cruises that I look forward to seeing again in another cruise. If you're a newcomer, you may not be looking for that, but that is something that kind of comes along with the Virgin Voyage. So if you were wondering how the Brilliant Lady will compare to other cruise ships and cruise liners going to similar destinations, I've done some research just to kind of put some things into perspective, because there are some notable differences. Of course, one of the major notable differences that Virgin Voyages has compared to other cruise lines is the adult-only culture. Yes, there's absolutely no kids allowed on the Virgin cruise ships at all. So if you're a parent, that may actually draw a line in the sand for you, because the Panama Canal voyage is an example of a 16-day cruise that you won't be with your kids. And if you're a single parent, even more, you're going to have a babysitter to watch those kids for you. So that may put you down the spiral of looking at other cruises that will allow you to bring your kids. Of course, that can lead to Carnival, obviously not comparable to Virgin all of the way, but it is, probably the most affordable alternative. This is a 2025 cruise. They don't have the 2026 cruises up yet, but if we just go with the reasoning of the fact they may carry over their same cruise itineraries into 2026, that's what you would be looking at, for an obstructed view balcony, and then if you read the notes, you got a lifeboat kind of blocking your view altogether. In comparison to Virgin, the balconies that are currently available for the Panama Canal, the Sea Terrace, and is the premier balconies, as well as these other rooms. The Mega Rockstar Quarters and the Rockstar Quarters are the top tier rooms, and they're obviously sold out. But if you look at the Sea Terrace options there, that's what you're looking at price wise. The premiered and highly coveted rooms that has the 2 hammocks, the smaller Sea Terrace balconies, are sold out, and with good reason, because those hammocks are really a big deal. I can vouch for them. They really are comfortable. I slept on one all day long, and that is something that is unique to the Virgin cruise line altogether there. So, going forward, that's something, that will, be really unique with the price and with the experience. With the price conversation, if we stay on that conversation and just look at maybe a cruise line that could possibly combat Virgin, is the Norwegian Cruise Line. This is another Panama Canal cruise around the same length, same destinations roughly. It's going to be, roughly around the same price for a balcony room. Actually, the balcony rooms in the Norwegian Cruise Line will be slightly bigger, if you notice, because the balcony rooms on the Virgin Cruise Line for Brilliant Lady is 184 square feet. This is 216 square feet. And from the looks of things, it looks like the packages are tailored a little bit differently, because you're getting a free unlimited opening bar if you're a person that drinks alcohol or wine. Same thing for specialty dining, that's included. Excursions are included. Then you have amenities for booking, like risk-free cancellation and airfare and such. So that is something that can kind of compete with the Virgin Cruise Line. If you're older, I will focus on that, because of the fact that the Norwegian cruise passenger tends to usually be a little older. And then it's not just me saying that. I actually did some research and found a blog that does nothing but research on cruises, and they came up with this conclusion that in 2019, obviously a few years ago, but the average age range for Norwegian Cruise Line passengers was 52 years old. The highest age range was in 55 to 64. So if you're young and you're single, especially if you're single and you're trying to find someone around your age, it's not going to be on the Norwegian Cruise Line, and the party is definitely going to be a little different. It's going to be, respectfully, the old funky and spunky crew that's going to be on the Norwegian Cruise Line ship, right? Not like the partying culture that's going to be on Virgin. Celebrity cruise is kind of similar in price, actually slightly more, because of the fact that the packages aren't bundled the same. And this goes back to what I mentioned earlier about having a first mate help you with your booking. The packages on the celebrity cruises are going to be higher because the Wi-Fi is not bundled, as well as the tips, and some of the dining experiences aren't going to be bundled. So these are just a couple of things to kind of put in perspective. Getting a first mate is always the best advantage you can have booking with Virgin, and they specifically did that so that you can get special tailored itineraries for your voyages. Now, in the description of this video, there's a link that will take you to the website to book, of course, but it's directly connected to a first mate. So that's something that's unique that you will not get if you go directly to the website. If you click on the link in this description, it will have a first mate attached to it, so that you can get the airfare situation squared away, included with your package, as well as other amenities like Sailor Loot, which is the credit that you have to spend on the ship for your excursions as well. So that's definitely something that you want to look into when you are booking. Now, the Alaska Pass is another unique add-on that was announced with the launch of the Brilliant Lady. And simply put, when you go to the website that I provided in the link in the description, it will take you to the form that you could fill out to save your spot for that Alaska voyage. It's set to sail in 2026, but booking, as you could see, is going to be late this year. You probably, if you are interested in going there, may want to kind of fill out that form and kind of nail down your time to get that in, because it will possibly go fast. The reason why you want to click on that link that I provided in the description of this video is because this information with the first mate is in the description of this video. All you really got to do is just copy and paste, and it does help. It does set you apart from the average person that just went to the website and booked on their own. There, having a first mate with Virgin is a big deal. The Brilliant 4U Pass is another example of a new addition, because it's set to help you actually save money, as well as save your spot for all of the mermaiden voyages. New York, Miami, LA. You're getting first dibs, with a killer experience. The Rockstar edition is obviously sold out now. But Sea Terrace, as it stands at the moment, is currently available. So if you are trying to get the best experience, then that For You pass is going to help you book multiple voyages and not have to spend the individual price for each voyage altogether. Now, the Rockstar Edition is top tier, and if you're new to Virgin, quickly putting you on game to why it's special. It's simply because you're getting a special room, as you can see there. You're getting early boarding. You're getting a Rockstar agent, somebody that's dedicated to get things for you and iron your clothes and do stuff for you while you're on the ship and serve you special stuff, and a dedicated menu, as well as a special VIP experience with the launch parties that are there. So you're getting some of that with the Sea Terrace experience. You will get some of that, but of course the champagne is really nice across the board. These passes are there for a reason. Like I said, you definitely want to book as soon as possible if you are interested in these voyages in 2025 and 2026, because they are going quickly. Something I will mention, I will do another video about the culture of Virgin Voyages. But a big thing about Virgin that is different also is how they give you more savings for future voyages while you're cruising and after you cruise. So doing this cruise can possibly open up the door for more savings when you do book with Virgin. So hopefully this video did help you out. Of course, stay tuned for more travel gems. Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you can always stay tuned and capture what's going on my next journey, and stay informed. You capture life and create visions.